Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 4. I'm your host Cro-Mag, and that's your other host over there, Turtle.
Hey,
Today we're going to discuss Money in the Bank, which is coming up in a couple days here.
exciting but more curious of how it's. Yeah,
Yeah, it's not only the first ever happening on their roof, which is kind of cool, kind of weird. Um, I don't know how I feel about it. How do you feel about that before we go any further?
okay. I feel like the roof is only going to be like 10 minutes the whole match. What we're going to get is another tour, like Randy Orton and Ed, of the whole building. That's pretty much it. Like they're going to stay on that top building very long,
No.
unless like maybe the one women's match, maybe one powers up through there, like power pushes, and the males kind of like fight through. I just feel like this fight through the whole building, just like.
Well, I think because the men and women are going at the same time, I 100% think there's going to be some sort of last minute. I think I could be wrong, but it's pretty predictable. I think they're going to do something at the end where the dude's going to get it for a chick, or he's going to grab the wrong one. She's going to clock him in the mouth, and she's going to pick it up with it. You know what I mean? I feel like something like that might happen. Or
Oh, I hope. I it's it's like going back with that first women Money in the Bank again,
well,
like
no, but
the
think about it.
mistake.
So imagine this, right? I can't remember all the women that are participating, but let's just pretend you have Oscar climbing the ladder, going, "Yeah, I'm gonna get the fucking thing."
That's my vote.
Meanwhile, you already have a dude up there grabbing the men's briefcase, but he grabs the wrong one because he's disoriented, falls down. So then, like one of the chicks on the ground just goes and picks up, and then she's the winner because she's got the
Snags it
chicks.
from him.
Yeah,
Yeah, I can see.
like that's kind of cool. That's not the same Carmella where like, oh, here you go, sweetheart. That would be played out like, oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah,
But we'll see.
I like we're surprised Otis got up there. We're like, oh my god, he's actually gonna win. Otis climbed the ladder and snatches it down and realizes it's the wrong one.
I could picture that because it's Otis. His his character is just so like 20 level IQ bumpkin, and he's just an
He
awesome
just
dude.
gets super kicked by Dolph.
But I'll tell you what, though, to be able a dude that big to do a pretty decent worm is pretty impressive. I don't care who you are.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like,
I like Otis. Itake. I like Otis.
oh yeah,
Oh Itake.
him doing a worm is similar to me. It is not. I'm joking, obviously, but it's similar to the level of Brock hitting a shooting star press. Like that.
That's
Kidding. I'm
scary.
kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Yeah, but here's the thing,
I
though.
love.
Did you ever look back at any of Brock's OVW matches? He hit those well, not all the
Oh
time,
yeah,
but pretty often. And
yeah,
the promoter's like, you got to stop doing that, dude. Like, you can't
yeah.
be doing those things.
Kurt was so far away though.
Well, and that was the biggest thing. And I rewatched that match, the ending, just for that purpose. I was watching the Ruthless Aggression series. And yeah, you can see it right there. He's like nowhere. He had to go almost half ring. Like, dude, that.
Yeah,
Mm-mm.
he was only supposed to do that F5 and pin him, but he's like, I need a WrestleMania moment.
Well,
And he,
yeah, a big part of that was Kurt going, dude, like, do you remember how you used to hit those shooting? Kurt even talks about it. He goes, you know how I used to hit those shooting star presses? He's like, yeah. He goes, you should do one of those. And Brock goes, okay. So he did, but like, dude, watching that, I can't even watch it. Like every time I see it, it's like a head first dive. You're like, oh god, oh man, dude.
dead.
If he didn't have that bull
Bad.
neck, if he didn't have that bull neck, he would have paralyzed,
They would have
dead,
snapped it. Yeah, it
sur-
would have been like draws.
or at the bare minimum, surgeries like Edge, like best case scenario. If he was a little bit
Oh, yeah.
weaker, and that's the other thing, dude. Like Brock's strength, steroids or not, I don't care. His strength combined with that level of athleticism is really unprecedented. And don't get me wrong, Kurt did something that like 4 people I think have done, which was win. What was it? When collegiate? No, he did. It's a 4-way title. You have to win like the national high school championship, the college level championship, Olympic gold medal, and a world gold medal. I think that's what it is, something like that.
Yeah, like all the ranks.
Yeah, like at each level hit like a gold medal. Now I don't know if it was. I don't know if it was junior Olympic gold or what he did. I don't remember, but he won. It's a 4-way title. It's called. Like 3 or 4 people have done it, or 2. I can't remember. He's one of them. And but anyway, so the very first Money in the Bank was Edge, which to me, that was when. To me, that was.
What's funny about that? He didn't even want to be in the.
He didn't want to be in the match, or he didn't want to cash it in.
No, he didn't want to be in the match. He was actually going to refuse that match, and last second, I can't remember who they were going to fill in for him, and I don't know, just had a second change of mind, and went in there. Yeah, let me do it, and did the match. Won. Yeah, I was watching. They have a little video about it. He was actually talking about it. It's like, I didn't even want to do it.
Yeah, but it makes me wonder though. He said he didn't want to do it. At what point were they like, okay, you don't want to do it, we'll give you the win?
It's like, yeah, right. It's like almost like if he was at first thinking, man, that's stupid. It's money, like. Right. But then or if they did, they were like, well, I mean, we'll give you that W and that push. And like, okay, if this is how I gotta do it, then yeah.
Yeah, but the thing is, he didn't need the push. He was already pretty big then. So
yeah,
I mean, it helped. Don't get me wrong. I know it helped, and it put him down as. It definitely helped for sure. Not even elongate, but push him into like. He's up there, and I don't want to use the word legendary, but he's up there. I mean,
I would say rated R, star.
And that was cool because that was when the SmackDown versus Raw was hitting like the apex, like that was.
Yeah. Well, and that also we got a great story, but in Cena, he won the Money in the Bank.
Yeah, he did. He did.
Great story.
Yeah, but you got to think about who you're talking about. To me, in my opinion, even without Money in the Bank, Edge and Cena is gonna be a good story, no matter what you do.
Yeah.
Okay, so
but like it's like that. He didn't win it or wasn't even gonna be in it. Think they would even gave him that storyline for that big push for the title?
Oh well, of course not. But
Yeah.
So here's how we sit. We currently sit with 20 men's, or is it 19? 19 men's cash-ins, I believe. If that's correct. Yeah. So 19 men's cash-ins. And there are...
Does it say when the first one was? Like year-wise?
Yep. 06.
06. Okay.
Well, hang on. He cashed it in.
Is that WrestleMania, right?
No. He cashed it in at the New Year's Revolution on January 8th.
No, I mean, the first Money in the Bank was at a WrestleMania. Right?
Yes. Wait. Yeah.
First time they ever did a Money in the Bank.
2005, which would have been 21. Would have been 21.
Yeah.
It was... Oh, man. Hang on. I remember Shelton Benjamin and Benoit. Christian was in it.
Jericho?
Okay.
Or he was already pushed. I don't know if he was there yet.
He was in it. He was
okay.
But who was the... Not Taker. Kane.
Was he in that one or the second one?
Kane
was in the first one?
Kane was in the first one.
Okay.
Okay, now... I don't know, trying to rank these is going to be tough, but... So do you want to... We're going to go over the original match first. To me, that match was pretty sweet, but it was kind of... The first many were overshadowed by WrestleMania, so it's tough. You know what I mean? It was almost like, it
Yeah.
was almost gimmicky, which I agree with Edge at that point. Like now it's its own pay
It
per
was like
view.
it was like experimental. See,
How the
it'll.
fans would take, yeah. Eh. So yeah, no, it was definitely gimmicky for the first like 5 or 6, right? But anyway, WrestleMania 22, Rob Van Dam won it. Do you remember who he defeated to win it?
That was the one night stand one.
What do you mean? No,
Pay
Rob.
per view.
No, no,
Are
this
you
was
talking about where he
no, no,
cashed out or whatever?
nope, no. I'm talking when he won it. When he won the Money in the Bank.
Oh, who was in the match?
Who was in the second Money in the Bank match?
Oh man. See, because this is what? This is '06 era.
'06. Yep. So
This is when I was kind of like in and out because of my cable situation where I was living.
I hear
So
you.
I'm trying to think of like I wasn't like full time on that
Okay,
like
so
06, 07
I'm gonna tell
was
you
it that? But man, that was the best roster ever.
that's the problem, right? So this to me, who's on this match, is like today's superstars, but it was then's mid carders. Because
Ah,
think about it for a second. Back then, the roster was, dude, it wasn't fair. Like the brand split gave us Guerrero. Like Guerrero, I loved Eddie Guerrero. Not then, but like watching some of his old matches, watching some of the matches then, learning more about like what he did, and like, dude, he was loved and hated by everybody. Like, because like some of the stuff he
so
did,
talented.
he took his boot off. He was just slip right out, wham, small package angle for the title. He would randomly
That oh my,
he would randomly
that played out so
he
good.
would kick someone in the nuts and grab his own when the ref turned around and be like, oh, disqualified the guy.
Sure.
He threw the belt to somebody and went like this when the ref turned. So like
That was oh my god, who did he do that to? Was it Triple H?
do what to the boot? That was Kurt Angle.
The belt thing. No, the belt thing where they made it look
Oh.
like he bashed him in the face.
I
And he
don't-
was like, man, he hit me.
It was a guy. I hate to say this. It was a guy with long hair. I just can't remember who it was.
I thought it was Triple H.
I think you're right.
I-
I just remember he's like threw him a title. The guy holding it like, what the fuck?
Just
He's
real
like,
quick and like,
The ref,
yeah,
the ref turns around and goes, get out of here.
yeah. Or it could have been JBL. I know he probably did a few times
Oh,
on JBL.
he-
They had a big run.
They did all kinds of shit like that. He was throwing chairs and the same thing, Like, what the fuck is this? Like, no,
Yeah.
Guerrero was the man, dude. Like, so anyway, he would have been a mid carder back then if they didn't brand split, and he was not a mid carder. He was definitely a main eventer. He proved that. So to me, again,
Proved it early along when he joined WWE.
yeah, the second match, the second Money in the Bank, was Matt Hardy, Shelton Benjamin, Ric Flair, Finlay, and Bobby Lashley, which are all
I remember now.
they're all superstars. However,
So this is where Ric Flair faked his injury, got pulled in the back for like 20 minutes during the match. Back.
correct. So, but and
Shelton Benjamin fucked himself up.
and our RVD still won it, but.
Yeah.
My point with it was funny to me to know that, like, those are all superstars. Not one, any one of those that I named sucked, but they sucked comparatively to Cena, Guerrero, Taker, Triple H, Batista, Orton.
And Flair was like that oddball match card, that wild card. Like, we put it in Flair, and it's like we don't have another young talent.
He was a great valet. He was a great promo guy, like the best. I mean, a lot of
Oh yeah, sure.
Okay, so, what was your? Okay, better yet, what was your favorite Money in the Bank match, or who was your favorite Money in the Bank holder? Do you want me to go through the list of who won everything?
Yeah, because I was trying to think if Orton I don't know if Orton's ever held one. If not, I want to say Edge.
So
Orton held it?
yes, sir, 2013.
Okay.
Um,
Who'd he cash it in on?
that I don't know. One second, I gotta scroll down here because that I don't know. I didn't remember. I didn't watch wrestling for a couple years, so that one I missed out on. It was at a SummerSlam. He defeated Daniel Bryan after a pedigree from Prince. Okay, so I've seen this highlight. It's an amazing match. Like Orton, he's sitting there, he's losing. All of a sudden, the referee puts fucking Daniel Bryan in a pedigree, slams him down. Orton cashes in, comes in, boom, he wins. Because
Oh yeah,
it
yeah.
was right
That's
at it
when
was right
they
after
unite.
it was right
Where
at
that's when Triple H was trying to ruin Daniel.
right because it was just then Bryan beat Cena.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, it's okay. So I would probably have to go back to Edge thing because Edge had that more like he was stalking. He had that title.
100%.
You
But the question is which time, because I believe he held it twice.
yeah, I would say the first one, the one where it was a solid black.
Or did he hold it once?
It had
No, he only held it once.
he okay, so it
Oh
was like the
no,
solid black briefcase.
no! I'm sorry. I forgot. And this is why it was amazing. He did win it a second time. He beat Mr. Kennedy, or was it Mr. Kennedy? Who did he beat?
Get out of here!
Who? Someone put their match on. Someone put the Money in the Bank on the line,
Oh, and he took it.
and he took it from winning the match. You remember that?
Oh man! Of course, I don't have to follow it.
It was.
I know exactly.
Yep.
What you're talking about.
Okay, so it was the third Money in the Bank match. It had Edge, Jeff Hardy, King Booker, CM Punk, Matt Hardy, Randy Orton, Mr. Kennedy. Mr. Kennedy won it, and I was pissed because I was not a Mr. Kennedy fan at all. I didn't think he was.
Nah,
He did. He lasted too long, too, in my opinion. But I'm not the money guy. I'm not the one.
he was good on promos.
Yeah, but
Like he could do some. He had some cunning saying.
it's also hard because you got to remember there was so much talent then, like, and
Oh yeah, sure.
which there was in the early '90s. I mean, I'm waiting for it to happen again because right now, compared to '03 to '09, we're a little dry compared. But anyway, so that was the third Money in the Bank match, but he beat Mr. Kennedy for it, and I forgot about that for some reason. Let me double check on that both Hardys were in it. Hang on. I was correct. All right, look at that. My memory's holding up. Both Hardys were in that match. What do you feel about the women's Money in the Bank matches so far? And who has won?
Been two.
There have been 3. This will be the 4th. Yes. 18, 19, 20. No, wait. 17, 18.
All I really remember is the first one.
I'm sorry. 17, 18, 19, and 20. This will be the 4th. The prissy chick.
Okay.
Carmella won the first one.
Yeah.
Alexa Bliss won.
I just remember that because the big controversy.
Right. Alexa Bliss won the year after that, which my son insists that it happened last year, which he was wrong because last year it was Bayley.
Bliss did win. Okay, yeah.
Bayley won it last year with, of course, some help from Sasha.
That's right. Okay.
Right. So
that just gives you your answer right there.
say that again.
I said that just gives you your answer right there. Like you had to refresh my memory on it. It's just like it. I don't know. Like maybe it's gonna be different this year, but some of the women's matches are kind of weird. Money in the Bank is one of them, and Hell in a Cell is kind of one of them. It doesn't
make a lot of sense. Yeah. Well,
I
okay.
don't know, like entertainment. I don't know, just like
Entertainment wise, I think a Money in the Bank match still kind of makes sense a little bit.
it makes more, yeah.
Um,
But
a Hell in
like
the
Hell in a Cell looks like they need a structure needs to like shrink a little bit. They don't use the environment. Like I don't know if it's because they're new to it.
I think part of it's they're new to it. Most of the women aren't fucking crazy, so
Yeah,
they probably don't even think about, oh, I'll go get a chair, like, or I'm gonna go get a fucking, you know what I mean, or I'm gonna throw them against the stairs. However, I started to watch it with my little one, my youngest one. I watched the rewatched rather. Help me out here. Elimination Chamber,
okay, yeah.
and
The last one.
the one with Shayna Baszler. Yeah, the last one.
Oh yeah,
Sorry,
yeah,
sorry.
yeah,
It was
yeah.
the last one. Yeah, yeah. Where she's just slamming. She slams Liv off the thing.
Dominant.
She kicks in the glass. Like, dude, she destroyed everybody. And I'm like, dude. And then
Did you
she just. I don't know if she laid down or sat in the middle of the ring, just like.
do you see how
Like,
she slammed Liz's head on the corner when she had her by her feet and flung her? Like, oh my god, it looked like it hit the corner of her temple.
it did look like it, but if you noticed, and I don't know if it was serendipitous timing or what, but she just perfectly went like this, like
She got lucky. Man,
just boom,
she
like
whipped so hard.
she wasn't like she was just like wham, and messed her up, dude. Like, so I think without a woman like that competing, I think matches like the Hell in the Cell would be great if you had, like, for women's division, like Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler go at it. That would be a good Hell in the Cell match. Like
Like,
from an entertainment standpoint, like both of them are nuts. Both of them will kick ass. If they need to get a hammer, they'll get a hammer.
Hell in a Cell, like, I don't know. It's sometimes, yeah, like that would make more sense like that. Because, like, you would know they would use the environment. Well, you
100%.
steps, everything.
Okay, so uh so Edge was your favorite, so that's your number one. That's my number one. Here's a trivia question for you, sir. Let's test your knowledge. And this is something I do remember. And I fact checked it, and I was right, thankfully, which doesn't happen often. Who had the fastest cash in?
Fast is like soon as they got the bank or the
Like, so the longest was Edge at like 200 and like 90 days or 80 days. Seth Rollins was the second. He was like 7 days less than that at
okay.
273, 74, 73 and 280. Yeah, sorry. Sorry, I'm trying to think. So yeah, so like from the time they win it to the time they cash it in, who had um the fastest cash in?
Do you have like the names of who have the title? I got one question. It's
What?
like I don't remember, but like one of my questions is: did CM Punk hold it twice?
Yes.
Was one of it his fastest?
Nope.
Like, didn't he cash it in that night?
He was a 2-monther and a 3-monther, give or take a couple days.
Okay.
So no.
Nah, I'm stumped on the Money in the Bank cash.
Okay, so for cash-ins, the fastest was Kane. It was the very same night.
Okay, Kane. Okay.
It was literally that night.
Was this bald head Kane? Mask.
2010.
Oh, 6, 10. Bald head, right?
2010 would have been.
Or was that Team Hell No?
WrestleMania 26, so it had to have been bald head Kane, yeah. No mask.
Okay.
Couldn't
You
have,
said 10? Yeah, yeah.
oh, for sure. That was no mask Kane.
Okay.
So he was the first one to cash it in the same night, and it was 49 minutes officially. I thought it was 59, but because I thought it was just under an hour. But that one I was wrong on, but I was right on who did it. because I remember the controversy. People were like, "What the fuck, the idiot?" Because they were wondering, like, well, wait a minute. The story usually went on for a month or 2 or 3 or 8, 9 months. This went on for not even an hour. So where's the drama and the
Wanted the
build
gold.
up? And yeah, it was. They don't. They didn't really do that again. After that,
Who was the title holder?
what do you mean? I'm sorry. Say that one more time.
Who'd he cash it in on?
Mysterio, because Mysterio just that night
That Big
defended
Show?
it again. No, 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 no. Actually, he defended ECW Jack Swagger.
Oh shit! We the people.
100%. So that's what happened. He beat. So he's all like all the classic Money in the Bank. He's the competitors all fucking and then ding ding money money and then so there's that.
Okay.
So do you remember you mentioned that your favorite was obviously Edge for the holder. What would be the greatest cash in? Not greatest story, because you said the greatest story was Edge. Say that again.
Dolph Ziggler.
Ziggler, what you think is the greatest?
I was just so excited he got the title. That was just like, yes! I was so hyped.
So you're a Ziggler fan, huh?
Oh yeah, man! Like back in the, it don't matter what heel or whatever. He's so talented, and I was just so glad he pulled it off.
I kind of wish he would have quit or retired, or they would have done something different with him in the last 5-6 years, because that was 7-8 years ago when that happened. No, 7 years ago when that happened. Yeah, 13, right? That was 13, right?
I think so. Yeah, he had Big E working with him.
So that was your favorite, huh? Really? I really like.
Oh man, yeah.
I really.
And of like people winning and like wanting to win a title, like because he's never
Oh,
had it. You know what I mean? I wanted that. And, like that's out of everyone that I've seen. Because like you think back, a lot of people that's already had the money to bank has already had the title.
true. And it was
I
like
think
an
Dolph
action.
is one of the fewest people that had the title.
I would have to seriously think, because I don't remember, except, I mean, maybe Del Rio. Did he have a title already? I don't think he
I,
did before
and he
that.
went. Didn't he win it from Cena without the Money in the Bank cash in? Or
That one I don't know, honestly, offhand. And that was, I think you're, okay. So
like Night of Champions, I think it was maybe.
I think you're right on that one. So maybe. But that's about it, though. So yeah, I'm pretty sure you're right with that. But I really, really liked. It's just hard. I liked a few of the cash-ins. Obviously, I loved Edge's cash-in. That was just the first one. That was just huge, dude. And then his second cash-in was like he won the contract, and then like 2 days later he cashed it in.
Edge's
Because
that was his first title, I believe, too.
it was his first WWE title. I don't think it was his
Yeah,
first.
heavy title.
Yes.
Because he cashed in for the world heavyweight, right?
Nope. He cashed in for the WWE Spinner Rooney for
Spinner. Okay,
the spinner belt, because he beat Cena for that.
I got
It
yeah.
was he hit him with like 2 spears, I think. I think is what happened. And then like bam bam, and then it was over. It was lackluster performance, but it was just like finally.
Yeah, he came in after the match.
But it was just one of those like, oh, finally. Another one I liked was Seth Rollins at WrestleMania 31. 31.
Oh, after with the Orton match and all that, after all that, right?
Well, this was Roman
Loses
Reigns.
to Orton.
It was Roman Reigns and Lesnar, and
Yeah, he had a match with Orton. He lost to Orton. We all gave up, like, didn't even think about Rollins after.
yeah, which it's hard because there's times I watch Rollins now, and I'm like, dude. I watch a lot of these superstars sometimes now, and I'm like, man, like where'd you guys go? Like, I don't know if it's they're not feeling it, they're not the chemistry is
It's
not
like they
there
take
or
a
what,
lot of
but
people tell them to stop doing certain moves, stuff like that. Like compared to what you see them from NXT.
that might be it too. It might be they're getting bad advice. I mean, bad advice happens. I mean,
Shinsuke is one on my mind. Shinsuke did so many cool things from New Japan, NXT, and it's like now he's this basic 5 move plug guy.
which is fine if it was 2005 when you were a plug but you were still a superstar. It's that's not going to cut it today. It's just not. And I don't know if it's because there's no fans and if because they're just doing it because they're a paycheck or what. But dude, since there's been no audience, it's just kind of like there's only been a few of these stars that are actually doing well. A lot of them are struggling with it, and again, I don't know if it's because they don't want to be there, because if or if now it's just like here's a fucking paycheck, get out of my face. I don't know what the case is,
Yeah.
but you can tell they are all pretty much all of them across the board, mind you. Even the NXT guys are all struggling, and AEW is struggling, but not as much because I mean they got their fans, not fans, in replace of fans. They have like the superstars and the staff and like random people.
It is brilliant. So smart.
Okay, so why didn't Vince go, oh shit, let's do that?
Nah, because they took it. They may probably make it feel like they're going to steal an idea. Probably why they were like, no, just keep it quiet.
So what? Steal their idea.
Yeah. I think it was smart.
Dude, a lot
So
of people,
smart.
dude, you know how many people don't even know the AEW exists?
Yeah.
I'm not
It's like,
I'm not throwing shade at the AEW. What I'm saying is in most people's minds, the WWE is professional wrestling, and professional wrestling is the WWE. There is nothing else.
yeah. If you're not like true, just straight up watching wrestling, you were just like, yeah, if you only do one main company, you're probably just only watching them.
Well, growing up, we had cable, but because it was a Monday and I had to go to bed, I didn't really watch a lot of Raw. You're going back to the Raw versus SmackDown era, mind you. I watched a lot of SmackDown, and it's a lot of kids who don't have cable can only watch one or the other, or whatever the case may be. So if you
Like
don't,
on UPN or something like that.
for us up here it was like WB49, and now it's Fox. They're on, but
Okay.
well, now they're on Fox. But back then I think it was like Channel 489 or something. I can't remember. It's so long ago. I just remember it was on local like antenna, and
Yeah.
but it was a Friday night, so I could stay up, when I was a kid. But anyway, so like a lot of people who don't pretend, now it's rare, but pretend you don't have cable. You don't know that TNA exists. You don't know that the AEW exists. You don't have cable. You don't even see a commercial for this shit. Like, probably. Okay, so time for another trivia. How many losers were there from the cash-in attempts?
Like not winning the title?
Say it one more time.
Talking about like cashing in and not winning the title?
They cashed in and did not win the title.
Yeah. I know Cena was the first.
Right, but what happened? Because he won the match, but not the title.
Like what you said he got counted? But I thought, who did he fight? Hold on, because I feel like I'm thinking of somebody else.
It was on Raw 1000.
Was it CM Punk?
It was CM Punk.
Okay.
Now, who interfered?
That's
So So Cena won the match, but not the title, because title stipulation matches go. The winner has to win. The champion doesn't have to win.
that was with the Edge.
It was with who?
Some of the Edge interference,
It was not Edge.
or was it the Shield?
It was the Show.
Show.
Big Show came in, interfered, but Again, because it was a title match, Cena won the match, but not the title,
Right.
because title
'Cause,
match
yeah,
wins have to be straight up, which is so stupid. I've always hated that's always bothered me, because if
that's
like
yeah, I know.
I was like so stupid. Okay, so who were the other ones?
There's only two, right?
There were two other losers.
Um,
It was a lackluster.
I got
It was a lackluster year. It was a lackluster Money in the Bank. It was a lackluster cash in. It was Damian Sandow. He lost at a Raw, October 20 something. It was in October. That's all I got for it. 'Cause remember, it was around Halloween time. 2013. Cena defeated him basically.
can't even remember him winning the Money in the Bank.
Like I said, it was a lackluster Money in the Bank. Very shitty, in my opinion. That was probably one of the worst Money in the Bank matches, let alone one of the worst cash-ins. It wasn't even a good match. Like, anyway, to me, if it's going to be at a cash-in at a Raw or a SmackDown, it's hard because some of them were, and some of them were good, but like at the same time, it's like, man, usually title transfers aren't good if they don't happen at a pay-per-view. They're just not. Unfortunately, they're just not. Sometimes they are.
Yeah.
Sometimes they are. Don't get me wrong. But now the last person to lose was the I'm not sure was he. So I'm just trying to think if he was still Baron Corbin back then or not. He lost to Jinder, I think. Yes. Right? 2017. It was the year that Baron Corbin won the Money in the Bank. But he cashed in and lost a few months later.
Was it against Jinder Mahal?
Mm-hmm.
He didn't get interfered on that one?
Nope, because Corbin was defeated by Jinder after a rolled up following a distraction by Cena, who was involved, obviously. But Cena just defeated Mahal by disqualification due to Corbin's interference. Corbin then cashed in. Mahal fucked him up. Mahal kept the title. So he lost. I liked that match, and it was a SmackDown match. So, SmackDown, it's hard. So, again, I wish that would have been a pay-per-view, but whatever, it's fine.
Yeah.
Right. So, now, do you remember 2 years ago now, 18, Strowman won it?
Yeah.
And he cashed in months later at a Hell in a Cell.
He got double teamed, didn't he?
So, my favorite crazy son of a bitch was Mick Foley, was as the special guest referee. And it ended in a no contest because Lesnar and Heyman ran in. That was when, if you remember, Lesnar kicked the door in, I think. Or Heyman opened it. I can't remember which. And Lesnar...
Yeah.
Right.
He ramped it. He kicked it and ramped up it.
Okay.
Like jumped up on top of it, right? That's what it
was. I just remember it opening and then him going in, fucking up Strowman and the current champion, Roman.
Yeah.
And Heyman did something to knock out Foley. I don't know if he...
Yeah.
Pepper spray. I remember he fucking got him right in the eyes, and it's Mick Foley. So,
that's one thing I thought about. That was cool about Lesnar, with the way he went up the cage, like he just like do, and I think he flipped somebody on it too or something.
Did he? No, he didn't
when it
F5.
was propped up like that?
Yeah, but he didn't
He
F5.
like
Did he F5 him onto it or no? No.
I thought he used it on somebody. I know he climbed up to
He
get on the
no
ring,
no no.
but I didn't know if he used it again.
He did, but he didn't.
Picked it up and used it, didn't he?
I have to go back. I can't remember how he knocked out Roman.
He might have picked it up and used it.
Well, he should have just hit Strowman, but I don't know what he did to Roman Reigns. So
Probably was a chair, man.
So now for the three women, right? So we know Carmella won it, Alexa and Bayley. Now we know what happened with Bayley. Bayley won the title, obviously, which whatever. Alexa Bliss. Who did she run in on?
Oh man, becomes trivia with Money in the Bank.
Okay, so she
Can't really remember Money in the Bank.
She ran in on fucking Nia and Ronda Rousey, which made me happy because I don't like either of them. Sorry.
Not Ronda. Who's the other one?
Nia. Yeah, Nia Jax.
Oh, gotcha.
Sorry, I was like, wait a minute. Like I just said, I want to make sure I said that right. I thought I did. So
I got
right. So now here's another thing. She was the fourth wrestler, first female, to win it and cash it in. Sorry, third wrestler. Alexa Bliss was the third wrestler, my mistake, to cash in, but the first female to cash in the same night. And that was when she beat up Nia and Ronda, and I was happy because I do not like Ronda. I kind of liked her as an MMA. I liked her in the MMA and UFC. She's pretty good, not gonna lie. As a wrestler, she was shit. I thought, not shit, but she wasn't to the caliber. She just wasn't ready. Like, I'm excited to see what they're gonna do with Gronkowski. I'm waiting for him to come up and do an NXT match because you know it's coming.
Yeah.
You know it's coming. But I'm a little concerned because, A, he's not young. He's a little bit older than me by a couple years, which still he's only in his mid-30s, but he's not young. He quit football because of injuries. You think he's going to hang in there and fucking I don't think so. So, and it's
Did
not...
have a DDP store?
It's going to have to be because, again, I think he's going to be a 1 or 2 time guy, which is sad, but that's because of his age and he's already injury prone. Again, that's why he quit football. So I'm not saying he's going to be good. I'm not saying he's going to be bad. I'm saying it's going to be short-lived no matter what.
Yeah.
So
I hope not. Like, it's happened before, though.
What do you mean?
Like, everything he gets, it's always just like a blink in the eye, and we don't. Like, remember you won a title in the Great Royal Rumble or whatever, the Great Royal where they were in Saudi Arabia. He won some kind of green special title and stuff like that, and it was just like, I guess, a trophy. Just that's it. He just put it to the side, and he held it one time.
That's what makes me wonder how much of it's a publicity move, how much of it is them testing him. We don't know, you know.
Strowman's gonna get it, or you think Bray Wyatt's gonna take it back?
Say one more time.
You think Bray Wyatt's gonna take his title back?
Oh, we're off topic here, but you got me excited.
Does the back have faith? Funhouse.
Yeah, I think. That's a tough one. Yeah, like I think he's. I don't know. I don't want to call that because that's one of those things they could do a lot with.
Yeah, it can go both ways.
It literally could go either way, and the story could go very well either way. You know, he could come out as Bray Wyatt, lose, and say, fuck you, I'm bringing out the Fiend, and then win it. and
Right. Yeah.
at a bigger like SummerSlam, let's just say, So it's possible to go either way. Um, Conversely, he could lose it. Bray could go, see, I told you were always shit. Black sheep, black sheep. And that was an amazing promo, by the way. I love that promo.
Yeah.
It
Yeah. It
was
was,
pretty sweet. He goes, so
both of
maybe,
them are so
he
good.
goes, maybe the shepherd. And Strowman's like, fuck you. There's no maybe. I'm coming to get you. I was like, oh, shit. And
yeah, I love when he like calls them out. I'm done with this fun house. Just come out here. Bye.
so I am not shy about it. We're done with Money in the Bank, obviously, and that's fine. But
no, like the title is that Money in the Bank. That's why I brought it up.
No, I know it is. I know it is. But I'm on the topic. I'm off topic now.
Of Money in the Bank. I got you. I was just curious because we said Strowman, powerhouse guy.
Yeah. So it's related to the pay-per-view, but it's not the actual
Yeah.
What
Personal question.
I think Drew will have no problem. I think so. A bunch of people on Twitter, I've gotten to some engagements. They're saying hands down that McIntyre is going to lose. I don't know about hands down. I don't think so. I think Seth Rollins winning would be cool. I wouldn't say hands down, though.
I think Drew's going to retain it. It'll keep him stronger, and I think Seth Rollins can stay strong, losing, keep building his stable. I don't think it'll hurt Seth Rollins losing. So
now, here's something I got a little problem with Drew. I like the matches I have seen, and I also hate some of the matches I have seen. I found out something recently where he was in a match with Brock that I don't know how I missed it when I watched it the first time, but Brock shouting, "Grab the belt!" I'm like, what the fuck? So, yeah, do you know what I'm talking about or no?
Is this recent?
I can't remember. I remember watching it and going, because it was weird watching it. Like Drew kneeled down and it looked like he was going to maybe grab fucking Brock or something. And then he randomly stands up, walks all the way around him, picks up the belt and fucking, hits him with it. Which is fine, but it was just weird. And then I'll have to send you the link. Actually, hang on, let me find it real quick. I can play the audio at least. It was weird because literally you can hear Brock shout, "Grab the belt!" So because I got into an engagement because we were talking about Charlotte and how people were like, "Oh, she buries people." I said, "Nah, what do you mean? Maybe she's used to gauge people and they don't keep up, so she tells fucking management, nah, they were shit, get rid of them or bury them." Maybe it's not that. I said, because Brock used to do that. Kurt Angle used to do that. The Undertaker used to do that. I said, Orton's definitely done that. I said, what if Charlotte's used the gauge? And then in a different conversation thread, they were talking about how Charlotte doesn't care about anybody but herself. I said, well, like Brock? Because, and then the guy was like, no, dude, Brock loves helping people. I said, which Brock are you talking about? Because back in the day, he came in, did a bang-up job, hell of a job, and left. And that was it. That was pre-UFC.
I don't know, man.
That was pre-UFC, but
I feel like Charlotte winning the NXT title, now she's giving like younger superstars TV time fighting her. I don't know what kind of burial they're talking about.
Again, and that's another thing I see on Twitter. A lot of fans are throwing around the word buried anytime anyone that they like loses at all.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, dude,
they're getting TV.
They're not buried. Like, dude, so you may have not finished watching Raw last night, but Liv Morgan wrestled Charlotte. Okay, that's all I'm going to say. And so you can make your own opinion on the match, but like, people say, oh, Charlotte's gonna bury Io if Io loses. I said maybe, but she didn't bury anybody when she won the title. That was a really good match at Mania. In fact, I think that was a better match than Becky Lynch had. So
Yeah, Shayna Baszler is still
right. So I don't think Charlotte's match when she won the title was a better match, I thought, at Mania than Becky Lynch. And say again?
100%.
And Baszler and Becky are neither of them are buried. Sorry. Baszler was not buried by Becky by losing. I don't think Io, if she loses, will be buried. Just like Charlotte will not be buried if she loses by Io. Now, people were saying, oh, Liv should have lost against Charlotte. Liv did lose against Charlotte. And they're saying that it was stupid and blah, blah, blah. And it's better for Charlotte to lose to Io than it is. Say again?
I'm going to mute my face for a minute.
Oh, you're good. That's fine. They're saying that Charlotte losing to Liv is worse than Charlotte losing to Io. I then said, in what way? Because that then degrades every single female superstar on the WWE roster by saying that Charlotte losing to Io is better than Charlotte losing to someone who's currently on the WWE roster already.
Yeah, it's almost like that fan base crying out right there. Almost man, bury everybody. Like, I don't know. I don't see it.
That's what I mean. No, I don't know if you can hear my audio, but for the people listening, I'm going to play that thing where it was when Brock shouted, "Get the belt." Hang on.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so it was at a Raw prior to an Elimination Chamber match. Other than that, I don't have any details on when that match was. I remember watching it, though. So it's really cool, like, that Brock is way more... I didn't know this, and I looked into it. I found some other interviews that Brock is finally way more business, industry-friendly, if you will, than he used to be.
You know,
you know what I mean?
When he used to throw titles around, yeah.
Well, he used to just be like, and don't get me wrong, he was is a phenomenal athlete. How many people in history do you know take 10 years off of football, go wrestle for a while, then do some other shit, and then get cut the day before or not the day before, the last cut. He was the last cut, the last person cut.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, with Minnesota?
Yeah, and he was
Minnesota, right?
Yeah, but dude, he was already like 27, 28 or whatever.
Yeah.
Or even older.
Oh, he's very talented. I liked Lesnar back in the day. Like when he first started, 2002, 2003, Lesnar was amazing.
Dude, you're 300 and something pounds, and you're keeping up with Kurt Angle, who is a way... not superior, but his endurance was amazing.
That's the same background, though.
Yeah,
they both came from the same background.
Yeah, but dude, Brock has freakish, scary strength. Like I would not want to have don't get me wrong, Pete. Yes, someone beat him at UFC, but like at the same time, I would not want to get punched by that dude. It's
like what was the match?
His ground,
was it Frank Mir?
I think so, but his ground game was not the best, right? Which is fine.
Yeah, and that's why he lost to Frank Mir. He ground and pound this dude, beat the crap out of him. Everyone thought, okay, this is a sure win. And he gave his defensive down a little bit. Frank Mir grabbed an ankle bar.
He actually lost. He originally lost to. No, he didn't. It wasn't Mir. Originally, No.
That's where
It was the
maybe
Hispanic.
that
It
was the
was
second, third.
probably the second or third, but the first time he lost, or the big loss, in my opinion, was Kane. No, not Kane. Was it Kane Velasquez, the kid?
Oh, the one that just came back. Yeah.
But you're going way back. I mean, he
No, the one that defended Ray.
Ray. What are you talking about?
Ray Mysterio when they had the whole pay per
No,
view
no,
and
no, no. I'm
shit.
talking about UFC now. My bad,
I
dude.
know you're talking about that guy though, right? Velasquez. Because
Kane.
they remember they brought him back to they brought him into WWE
Really?
fight Lesnar. Yeah, and it was the stupidest match in the Super Showdown at Saudi Arabia. I think
Oh, that's
didn't
right.
last long. Talking
He'll
about that guy
he'll yeah, but dude, he's
in UFC, he fucked him up.
he fucked
Right?
him up, dude. Like
Yeah,
not just a little bit, like a lot of bit. And I remember watching that
yeah,
match, going, dude, you went toe to toe with this guy, who, I don't say I idolized, but like I loved how big Brock was, muscle wise, as a kid, high school kid.
Oh man,
Going,
yeah,
damn, it's a big boy, and then watching him come out and just dominate his opponents, and then this kid who was not built like Brock in any way, shape, or form. He's kind of
yeah. Oh no,
he's
yeah.
kind of built
Got a
like
beer gut.
like a dad bod. He just comes out and fucks up Brock, and I'm like,
Yep,
what
dude. He man,
just
and then
happened?
you go back and watch that match. It's like nobody taught him the rules of wrestling, and he was so close to the rope. He just had to put his foot or arm on it and then have a rope break. And it was like within 10 minutes, within 3 minutes, he puts an armbar, Kimura lock or whatever on him,
But
and he just immediately taps like he's in UFC. It's like, no, you got ropes right there. You can actually get him off of you, pal. Did nobody tell you this? Like,
yeah, but I wonder if it was supposed to happen like 3 or 4 times, and him being him was like, oh, okay, tap out.
yeah, he just immediately tapped like there wasn't no way to get at him.
Maybe.
It is sure.
I also
Well,
wonder how much was. I wonder how that played out. Like how much of it was. I would want to see a behind the scenes of that match,
yeah,
because I wonder.
I'm pretty sure they both got paid out really well since it was in Saudi Arabia.
What I mean is, like, was Brock like, oh, fuck this piece of shit, this motherfucker beat me from, fuck you.
Oh, I got it. That is true. You never know. Like, one thing I hate about Brock Lesnar is how when he ruined that match with Randy,
What?
he
Sorry,
did because
say it one
he
more
didn't
time.
want to. Is when he fought Randy Orton for the title. He got his diaper in a pouch
Mm-hmm.
filled up and didn't want to work with Randy Orton. He showed his ass in the match, went right in to a double leg takedown, did a UFC elbow smash right into his head until the dude bled, and the referee had to call the shit. Like, what? Like, left. It's like, really, man?
Yep. Which, dude, like, look, everyone knows Orton was. So when Brock was being, back in the day, quiet, normal Brock, Orton was an asshole. And he was proud to be an asshole. Like,
Yeah.
in the scenes, behind the scenes, he was actually a weird, like, baby heel, I guess. Like, he just, I don't know, man. But,
I remember the first time they fought each other, and it's happened like that. He was doing some weird stuff, and you can kind of go back and listen to like Lesnar talk Orton.
did you ever,
Like, yeah, you're the golden one. Like,
did you ever intentionally sit there and watch, like, intentionally, not entertainment value, but sit there and, like, study, I guess, best way to describe it, the Goldberg and Lesnar match of WrestleMania 20, when the crowd,
study that one.
that was when the crowd came out and was like, fucking go, like, nah, 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 You know, they were
Oh
singing
no,
that and
Lesnar.
shit. And Goldberg. They were both done after that. And the crowd found out about it, and the whole crowd.
Oh wait, you're okay. I'm sorry. You're talking about with Cold as the referee.
Yes. And
Yeah, yeah. They
I.
found out that they were both. That was the last match.
So I love the way Brock got mad at the end of the
Oh yeah,
match.
he was pissed.
Well,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
but hang on, he did a good job with it though. Like you can see if you watch his face, he flips off the crowd. He literally just goes like this,
Yeah.
and then you could see him in his face go, "Oh shit, what did I just do?"
Right.
But then he turns, flips off
He gets that
Stone
white
Cold. Well, hang on. So he flips off the crowd, and you can tell he's actually legitimately real life mad. But then, like a second or two into that, he goes, "Oh fuck me! What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? What do I do?" And you can see he makes a quick split decision, turns, flips off Stone Cold. Stone Cold goes boom, gives him the stunner, and it played out very well.
Pop. Yeah, oh man, yeah, the pop.
But
But yeah, man,
but
that match was a disaster right when it started.
yes, and like they said, they could have had the greatest match in the world
That's what
ever
we all wanted.
of all
Yeah.
time. But even if they did, everyone's gonna just know it was a match when they both quit, so it doesn't matter.
It was that moment where the fans were all cheering boring. And then both the superstars look at Stone Cold, and he's like, "Don't look at me, y'all get it on." Like, like has to signal to them, fight. Like,
And then it was stupid too. They had like 5,000 lockups, and I'm like, oh, this is.
yeah, the muscle push thing.
Well,
Yeah.
here's the thing though. When they were doing that, they were probably talking like, "Fuck, what do we do? What do we do, man?" Like I'm sure when they were,
Yeah, oh,
I'm
man,
sure when
dude.
they were locking up, they were communicating like, "Fuck, now what?" Because look,
It,
at the end,
everybody wanted that moment with like The Rock and Hogan, but we didn't get it.
no, we didn't, and we never would have. Because in my opinion, Goldberg has no fucking purpose standing in the ring with Lesnar. They are not the same kind of athlete. They're both animals. They're both strong as shit, but not even close.
No.
Goldberg is nowhere near as athletic as Lesnar ever was. In fact, and you guys can hate me on this, I don't care. In my opinion, Goldberg in his prime is as talented as Lesnar is today, fucking like 18 years later, when he's broken up and old and shit. I don't think Goldberg's anywhere near on the athletic level as Brock is. So
My my personal opinion with Goldberg is, if they would have kept him in the power plant a little bit, like maybe 2 more years longer, I think he would have became a really good wrestler. But since they pulled him out and they needed talent and they wanted the next big thing, he didn't get that full training that he.
there's that, but if you watch Goldberg's stuff, he kind of had a seemingly short shelf life. Wow, I can't talk. It was almost like as if he went from, because he did some cool shit with DDP, and he did some great stuff with Nash, and but
Oh, the Sting match too was great.
that was another really good one. He did some great stuff. Like, dude, that match with Nash where he lost
You
the
can tell
first
when
time.
there's people, but see that's the thing. With all those names you said, you can tell they've been around the business. And they put him under his wing on it, like made him comfortable. Most likely match.
Maybe, but it was a good, even that general era. Like Goldberg did some athletic shit, some regular.
Yeah.
But
You should ever go back and watch William Regal fight Goldberg for the first time. That's the first time you can actually see Goldberg witness wrestling. William Regal was the first one to put him in wrist lock,
oh
like
yes,
nonstop in the matches, wouldn't stop. It's like they said he kept talking shit to him, like you're gonna learn, like right now. It's just
you
put him
know,
in the school.
I wish I wasn't. Sometimes I wish I wasn't a kid during that era. No, I'm glad I was a kid during that era because I loved. Like that was probably the
Yeah, get
best
the fanboy,
time.
man.
Best time to be a wrestling fan. Like we talked earlier,
Oh yeah,
it was so stacked. But we're gonna wrap this up here real quick. But at that point, it was just like I also wish I would have had more behind the scenes stuff like we do get nowadays, because I didn't know Regal was helpful like that until like a couple years ago. I didn't know that.
Right.
I
No.
didn't
Oh
know.
my God.
The only one I knew about was Triple H back then. I knew back then Triple H was like grooming people behind the scenes. I knew that. Like everyone kind of
Yeah.
just did. I didn't know that about anybody else though, really, except for
Oh, would have
maybe,
been.
you know.
But and then at the same time, that's what gave the '90s that edge, because you never knew unless you were kind of reading from like Dave's web pages and just guessing. It was all, just what if.
Right.
We didn't
Right.
have those, what you said, behind the scene DVDs.
So we're gonna wrap this up, and we're gonna close it with who. So you don't even know offhand, right? Who's going to compete in the women's side?
I know Asuka. That's probably most likely going to be Is Baszler going to be in it?
I want to say yes, but let me double check that. I know she is, but I can't remember everybody else. So hang on one second. 20. I
I
can't.
would like to be Asuka because I want to see her go single.
You want to see her what?
Go single again. Like I like Carly Sane, but on the same time I want to see both them. I want to see Carly put a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard. They're really good together. Like I really.
They are. They are.
They're fucking hilarious. They could do so.
But,
Like, dude.
and then just imagine what you just said there. Imagine if Asuka gets the title, they kept the tag form going.
Well, okay.
That would bring some good shit. Compared to like Shayna. Like I like Shayna and all that, but it's just going to be a powerhouse that we've already seen with Ronda.
Okay.
Like come get it if you want.
Right. So ready. Okay. Now, who do you think? So it's Asuka, Baszler, Jax, Dana Brooke, Lacey Evans, and Carmella.
Okay. So if I had two right off the bat, off those names, Asuka and Evans.
Evans, really?
Yeah, I think they might give Lacey Evans a push. That could be a wild card, right?
Ooh,
Especially a good match with Bayley.
So no, yeah. Check this out. I just realized what's going to happen in my fan head. Evans is going to win. She's going to beat Bayley. Sasha's going to continue her feud that she's had going for a while now with Lacey Evans and win the title, and then she's going to be carrying us forward with the title.
Yeah, there you go.
Because
that could be a future push right there. Yeah.
There's a very slow push been going on with Sasha and Lacey, and you can. And
Yeah.
I know Sasha was already pushed, not pushed, but up on towards the top already. But I think that's going to be the next. I think she's going to be ushering us forward. I think I could be wrong.
Good call.
But that's what I'm thinking. I like your thought too, though, because I do like Asuka. Like that's a good, because but. I think the Lacey...
They can bring a funny speech, like story mix to it if they kept them,
right,
they could do different things with that.
So, who would she challenge for the title then?
Oh, it would be, what is it, round 3 for, no, fine, Charlotte.
Nah, it'd be Asuka and Becky Lynch.
Becky,
I don't think that doesn't... First of all,
that wouldn't fly as better on SmackDown.
First of all, with her, I don't know. So whatever on that, but that's why I think Lacey Evans is a better.
Here's the question: it's both Raw and SmackDown women together, right?
Right.
Like even male too, right?
Yeah.
We're all combined.
It's 3.
Okay.
Well, it's 3 and 3.
Okay, so I would favor a SmackDown women winning Money in the Bank this.
Like I said, it
would make more sense.
It makes the most sense story-wise for me to say Evans beats Bayley eventually with the cash-in, and Sasha beats Lacey somewhere, somehow. Could be Mania for all I care, but it could be a big build-up there. Maybe not Mania, probably SummerSlam, realistically.
I'm an old-school Triple H guy. I like the whole story build-up,
right, but
let it linger where we want it. Like that, where he was giving an example with him and Batista. That's how I imagine what you're just describing. Yeah, they couldn't actually get it going where, like, oh my God, we know Sasha wants to punch Bailey in the face and take that title,
So
but Bailey, no,
here's the next option. Sasha helps Lacey win the title from Bailey. Bailey and Sasha go head to head for a while. Lacey might lose the title once or twice, get it back eventually, and then at Mania, Lacey and Sasha, because they've been building up. They were friends, they weren't friends, they were teaming up, but not really. Like, that could happen too. So there's a lot of possibilities here with that one, and that's
or have their feud and then build up Lacey at Mania.
exactly. So there's like,
Yeah.
there's a lot of possibilities. To me, there's the most possibilities there. Because then again, though, Nia or Nia, whatever. So Jax, Baszler, and Becky.
I don't think
That's a decent three-way. You could do a lot with between the three of them. Do a lot too. I think Becky's just too powerful right now as a star, and Baszler. I think they're gonna wear the two of them out. I think people are gonna get tired of the Baszler fucking Lynch show. And I don't want to see Baszler as champion either. But okay, so back to the men here.
Yeah.
Daniel Bryan, Aleister Black, Rey Mysterio, Corbin, Otis,
Hold on,
and Styles.
hold on before we go to the males. I just looked at,
Go ahead.
I think that what they're going to do is they're going to save Baszler for Charlotte, and they're going to get back somehow the NXT to another superstar. They're not going to let Charlotte lose to a roster NXT superstar. The only person they can do it to is Baszler, and then somehow get a challenger from NXT on Baszler that's already beaten, and then they'll take it back and full-time roster. That could be a possibility with Baszler.
Yeah, no, yeah, that's a good point. I was thinking of another scenario, which is, what if someone beats Charlotte for it, and it would be convenient if it was someone that we like, but is looking to retire, quit, has an injury, the WWE's letting go, maybe even whatever, or just wants a break. What about, let's pretend it's not Baszler, or if it is, we'll go with your Baszler scenario. Baszler says, hey, look, let me beat Charlotte. I want to hold the title. And then they go, okay. I can't even think of an NXT woman lady right now. Just give me one off the top. Besides IO, give me somebody else. Oh, perfect.
Well,
we'll use IO. That's fine.
Okay. Well, she's tomorrow.
No, but just hang on. So
Okay.
we'll say, okay, look, if you beat, or pretend there's no title even involved. Let's just say it's Baszler versus IO. IO goes, you were talking all this shit, you fucking blah, 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 blah. Put your contract on the line.
We haven't seen those in a while.
So then she goes, okay. IO beats her, boom. IO's in the WWE, Baszler's not. Now, I'm not saying Baszler specifically, but I'm saying I wish they would do something like that, because they haven't done anything like that in a long time, it feels.
Yeah. I feel like now this could be an opportunity for push.
Well, and that's the
So,
other...
like, maybe Gargano's wife.
Yeah, dude, because now is a good time for a weird build-up with, like, NXT and WWE because of that.
Yeah. Like, I can see Baszler, like, dominating, knows who's dominating the house right now, which is Charlotte. Finally taps out Charlotte, and then surprisingly, out of nowhere, here goes Gargano's wife to get that one rematch she wanted, because Baszler's always beaten. She actually pulls that upset, just like Gargano's kind of stories are. Like, he gets that third rematch and finally wins.
That would
and
be...
then the title can stay in it.
Yeah. Because they gotta hand it back down eventually. They just have to.
Yeah, they're gonna have to.
That's a good way to hand it back down. Okay, so now on to the men: Bryan, Black, Mysterio, Corbin, Otis, and Styles.
Oh man, I love the whole little. I know we're probably goofing around, but the whole Otis climbing up and grabbing thing is so funny to me. Still, I love
That's what
that.
I'm saying, dude. I really think that's gonna happen. That would be great. That would because they specifically mentioned like more than once. It's the first time that the men and the women
Yeah,
will be competing together
yeah,
at the same time.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
okay, why do you got to mention that like that, like 3 times?
That would be so funny.
Like,
Like that would be great.
and
But,
he
okay, if the men did grab their title, I I'm kind of like I want to root for Daniel Bryan, but I don't know what they're doing with the storyline with him and um Gall was it Drew Gallows? How do you say his last name?
sure,
Might be messing.
go with that.
Yeah.
Good enough.
Yeah. Um, I like their story build up. So if he wins, they might lose that story. That's what kind of makes me draw back from him a little bit.
Or hold up. Not necessarily. So, what if he beats him? Or sorry, Brian wins. Brian magically wins the title, whatever title he wants. No one cares. And then their story continues, and then that guy wins the title.
Right, because right now they're like in a training buddy scenario. So it could work out where he's training him when he has the money in the bank, caring for the main event title.
Mm-hmm. So now Alistair Black.
I'm a huge fan of Alice.
I
Like,
am too, but I don't think they're going to do anything with him right now.
No,
With the money in the bank. Rey Mysterio. Again, I gave you my thoughts on
no,
him. That's
kind of a fill-in.
It's kind of
it's more his name.
yes, but it would be a cool way to close out his career. Just saying,
Oh, yeah.
because he's got to be done, dude. He's got to be getting like how many guys that have been wrestling that long stay wrestling that long with main card potential.
Oh yeah, he's one of the few right now.
Like, dude, they all go. Most of the guys his age and his longevity by now, they wrestle like twice, 5 times a year, 10 times a year tops.
I consider him a FIFA player. He started like when he was 19.
Well,
or younger.
that okay, but still, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, he started real young.
King Corbin.
I don't think he's gonna win it.
I don't think so, unless they really want to push him again. Because right now he's kind of dead in the water. He's just kind of there with his Elias
He's got
shit.
the King thing going. I don't know if they're gonna change that yet. Because if he wins the Money in the Bank, I don't like. They're gonna change King Corbin.
Not necessarily, because he's like you could use that somehow though still.
Yeah,
Because
I don't think they're.
it would be kind of weird. Otis, we know he's grabbing the women's title, so we know he's not going to win the men's title.
Otis getting that women one.
AJ Styles is too predictable.
Oh my God! Who would? So, who would AJ go for
What do you mean?
if he won the Money in the Bank?
Mm-hmm.
Who do you think he would cash it in on?
Oh. I mean, realistically, it would have to be Seth Rollins, but that would be if Seth won
Drew.
over Drew. So,
And then the other one would be who has the other one? Bray and Fiend, or Bray and Strowman.
but I mean,
I don't think he would go for that.
you think he would go? Yeah, because that's cross brand. Then you
He'd
think
go.
he would go to?
Yeah.
I don't think so. And
But he's on SmackDown.
no anymore.
Oh, what did he switch over after the whole burial?
He did today.
After Mania, he was on SmackDown.
After Mania, AJ has not been wrestling since pre.
Right? Yeah. But like that's what I'm saying. That was his last roster.
Right, but
SmackDown.
he came out on Raw and won the gauntlet
Oh,
match.
okay.
So
Oh, okay. I wonder if they're getting rid of that like slowly, like the whole like, all right, you're on this side, you're on that side.
they might be, but then again, it's AJ Styles. It's not like
Sure.
Cesaro. Like or Austin Theory. Which now Austin Theory, I watched a match with him on NXT, and I'm like, oh, this guy, he's pretty good. Or whatever. Nice thing,
You said Austin Theory?
Austin Theory.
Oh, okay. I was
I'm
about to
like,
say that man's been gone for a long time.
I'm like Austin. Well, no, I remember watching NXT. I'm like, oh, maybe he'll make a jump up eventually. The next thing I know, fucking Zelina calls him up, and I'm like, oh, that was cool. So, all right, folks, thank you for hanging out with us while we chatted about lots of Money in the Bank stuff, and we got way off topic for the last 20 minutes. So
That's had some cool scenarios.
well, we had to, because those are great scenarios about Money in the Bank. Like, a lot can happen there.
Yeah, you got to think of because this is it. This pay-per-view, you got to think the pay-per-view is leading up to future, right?
Always.
This is what it's always about. Unless somebody just cashes it in that night,
Which would be really stupid. Which could happen. And
could happen.
ooh. AJ cashes in on one of the winners that night. What do you think about that?
I don't think it's going to happen because it isn't going to be like pre-recorded different places, unless they do it.
Well, I would imagine the Money in the Bank is going to happen on the roof, and then the regular matches are going to happen on the roof as well.
Same building type deal, or
Yeah.
do you think the whole show is going to be on the roof?
Well, you've seen the commercials. I think so. They don't have to have fans. They don't even have like any kind of audience. So, yeah.
They're not just going to keep that for the Money in the Bank.
I don't think so. But I could be wrong. I'm not in charge. But I think they're keeping it.
I didn't know if they were going to still use the performance. Use that like how they like did special recordings for the AJ and Taker at Mania.
Well,
they're in different.
and then here's the other possibility. They could do it, but if they cashed in the same night, everyone's going to go, really?
Yeah.
Really? So
I feel like it's not going to happen. More, it's like, well, we're going to get an hour of like climbing stairs.
Yeah. We'll see. We will find out this Sunday, folks. Talk to you later.